Now, before we move any further, I want to talk about a special way that we structure our test. So this is our last test that we wrote, which is deposit amount using check or cash increases balance. It looks nice and it looks like it is following some sort of a pattern to structure it nicely. All right. So what is that particular pattern? What is that way of structuring your test in a nice way? The way that you structure the test is use the AAA format or AAA pattern, whatever you want to call it. And AAA stands for Arrange, Act, and Assert. So you can see that the first line when we are creating the bank account, that part is the arrange part. And you can have multiple lines over here, which is just used to arrange the test. So this is where you will, arrange, you will set up your test. You will create your bank account. Maybe if you needed a transaction for that bank account, then you will add the transaction also. The next part is the act part. And usually it's a good practice to have just a single line of code that will be the act. So in this case, the act, the actual action is the bank account.deposit. That is the actual act part, the action part that has to take place. And the final one is the assert. Assert is where you're checking that if your test is passing or failing, you're checking for some condition. And asserts can also be multiple asserts. That's perfectly fine. So just like arrange, you can have multiple expectations, multiple asserts. If you're checking for some other thing, you can definitely do that. So only the act or the action, which is bank account or deposit, the act part, is the one where it is a good idea to have just a single line of code, and act should not be multiple lines of code. All right. So this is known as the AAA formatting in testing, which is arrange, act, and assert.